For years, people in Carlsbad have been fed up with noise from flights heading in and out of McClellan-Palomar Airport. They're also frustrated that nothing is being done about it.
City leaders heard their concerns and tonight stepped up to look into ways to tackle the problem. CBS 8's Richard Allen has more on the proposed action and how neighbors are responding.
And neighbors say this disruptive plane noise has been an incessant problem for decades. Both pilots who fail to comply with the recommended flight curfew, as well as those pilots who either fly too low or deviate from the recommended flight pattern. And tonight, those residents say they are grateful that city leaders appear ready to take action.
It can get pretty bad.
Longtime Carlsbad resident Hope Nelson says the plane noise from flights coming in and out of McClellan-Palomar Airport with no mandatory regulations in place has just gotten worse over the years.
We're all between a rock and a hard spot, so I appreciate anything the city council is willing to do on this one. Don't know if it's going to work or not, but give it a try.
Passes unanimously.
Tonight, Carlsbad City Council voted to move forward on pursuing ways to cut down on this plane noise, including sending letters to those pilots who disregard the voluntary recommendations already in place, such as the flight curfew from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m., as well as the recommended flight paths for pilots taking off and landing at the airport.
The problem is that it is all voluntary.
Carlsbad resident Don Betro says the 3 to 5 flights that go over his neighborhood every night are a sleep-disturbing nuisance. But he's especially concerned about the pilots who fail to stick to the recommended flight paths at all times of the day.
When they don't do that, they go over schools, they go over residences. We feel it's a health issue in terms of the fuel. And we think it's also a safety issue in terms of that they are lower than they should be. They are in the wrong pattern.
A major point of frustration among residents, neither the county, which owns the airport, nor the FAA have taken any concrete action to regulate the pilots' behavior and have instead pointed fingers at each other when it comes to responsibility. And while Carlsbad proposed letter writing action may lack legal teeth, neighbors are still hopeful that it could have some impact.
We're just glad to see our city council attempting to do something.
And city leaders here say they plan to revisit this issue and hopefully take action on it in the next 2 months.